The main opposition, St. Lucia Labor Party, has echoed calls for the government to look to the cannabis industry in the bid to diversify the economy. Critics argue that the pandemic and the climate emergency have both underscored the need for the island to wean itself off the sole dependence on tourism. The tourism sector continues to suffer as countries impose lockdowns and travel restrictions to curb COVID-19 cases and new strains of the virus. Pierre says some consideration should be given to the medicinal benefits from marijuana.
I want to raise today the question of diversifying our economy so that St. Lucia is not totally dependent on tourism, as the COVID-19 experience has demonstrated. I have in previous national addresses from as far back as 2 years ago alluded to the economic opportunities in the area of economic activity like the medicinal and recreational cannabis industry.
Pierre says an SLP government would first start by promoting an informed understanding of marijuana use.
I want to reiterate today that the St. Lucia Labor Party is fully committed to establishing this industry, and a future St. Lucia Labor Party government will embark on a robust education policy program, that in the first instance will lead to the decriminalization of marijuana with a view to legalizing it, and also to make full use of the economic benefits that can be derived from the production of cannabis.
The current UWP government is working to establish a legal framework to regulate the marijuana sector. Last week, Commerce Minister Bradley Felix explained that while he can advance the agenda and public policy, the tedious work of fashioning the laws will be left to the legal drafters and the debate on statute deliberated by legislators. National Security Minister Herman Gill Francis, who has supported cannabis law reform, made it clear that such a fundamental change cannot be achieved through executive action or altering previous provisions of an existing act.
It has to be law, and that is why the AG's office comes in. So even when we're changing the COVID bill and all these other things, the bill has to go to the Attorney General first, and that he gives us the regulations. Based on that, then we know how we can control the drugs. Otherwise, you just open now, and it's free for everybody. So it is now with the Attorney General. And I'm telling you, you know from day one, I've always been a proponent that it's time that we deal with this matter. Yeah, I agree. It's time that we deal with it. But the Attorney General's office has a lot of work to do.
I know how sensitive your cabinet is about giving dates.
Yeah.
You're in an election year. Do you anticipate it happening before?
Well, I would love it. I would love it to happen before elections. I mean, at the end of the day, you want to win the next election, but you don't want to do it because at any cost. You have to make sure that things are done the proper way.
The Commerce Minister, in a recent interview with the press, also indicated that an update on the cannabis law reform process would be made during the presentation of the 2021-2022 estimates of expenditure. Joachim Duplessis, HTS News Force.